What if Deku joined Team JPDE? Chapter 73. Student-Teacher Conference. Tuesday. Day 170. After their night of fun activities, Deku and Young woke up and had now gotten ready for school, but before heading out, Deku had given more details about what Raven told him. Well, my mother's side of the family is something else, isn't it? Young asked. Yeah. I know what you said, but I didn't really feel like discussing this in front of Ruby, Deku said. I'd have to agree with you. She's dealing with enough stuff regarding our family right now. She doesn't really need to know that Mom killed my grandfather too, Young said. Mom, how? Deku asked. Well, yeah, what? What about it? Young asked. Nothing much, just, you know. It's cute, Deku said. Listen, I know she isn't a perfect person and I mean, the first thing she did was cut and paralyze me and threaten to kill my father. Still, you have no idea what kind of weight off my shoulders it is, knowing that my mother loves me. And that she didn't want to leave me, Young said. Deku's scroll then went off. Well, speak of the devil, and she comes a-calling, Deku said. Wait, seriously? She's calling you right now? Young asked. No, it's just a message, let's see, Deku said. Deku then read the message. Meet me in your homeroom class, Deku said. And wear your school uniform. What kind of stupid request is that? Young asked. Wish I knew. Wish I knew. This can't be good, Deku said. Well, sorry honey, but if we want this relationship to work, you're gonna have to get along with your mother-in-law. And bring me her secrets, Young said. You are so alike, on certain points, Deku said. Oh, thanks. Good points, I hope, Young asked. Pointy points. I feel positively prickled from both sides, right now, Deku said. Anyway, try and not get drunk this time. Remember that no alcohol is allowed on school grounds, Young said. I don't think Raven cares for school rules, just like you, Deku said. Hey. That's not true, Young said. So you didn't have a giant food fight the mess hall, Deku said. It's called a mess hall for a reason, Young said. Sure it is, Deku said, leaving the room. Hey. Get back here, Young yelled. Outside of the room, a raven flew down past the window. Penny and Evelyn had noticed that things had been awkward between Deku and Nora for several weeks and so decided to confront him after class that day. They cornered him in their room's kitchen and asked what happened between them, to which Deku explained. Sorry for not telling guys sooner, but I felt so embarrassed about not being able to control my libido, Deku said. She literally put your libido into overdrive with one kiss. How is that even possible? It takes a lot more from us to do that, Evelyn said. Theoretically, overstimulation may lead to something like that, but with a singular kiss. I'll have to research, Penny said. Penny, honey. It was rhetorical question, Evelyn said. Huh. I thought you two would have been more angry with me, Deku said. Oh, we are angry at you. Quite angry. We're angry at you because we had to corner you to tell us what happened between you and Nora, Penny said. We can't really be angry at you for your libido. Especially since we brought it out. But as punishment, no sex for a week, Evelyn said. Okay, fair enough. But are you two sure you can wait that long, Deku asked. Evelyn and Penny blushed. Evelyn said. Calculating, Penny said. Deku chuckled. Anyways. What a mess. Ren had warned me that she was particular, but I thought she could be just frustrating, not this, Deku said. Don't worry, Izuku. We'll talk to Nora about this, Penny said. Yeah. We'll make sure she doesn't do that sort of thing again, Evelyn said. Okay. But please don't be too hard on her. She probably wasn't expecting me to lose it like that. And I've been thinking about her request, and I want to help her with her problem, Deku said. That's understandable, but she needs to know that she went too far this time, Penny said. Yeah, she did, Deku said. Glad to know you agree with us. Now, mind giving us her number, Evelyn said. Alright. Be right back, Deku said. Deku then left the room. Evelyn. I feel like turning my profanity filter off, for some reason, Penny said. Yeah. You're not the only one, believe me, Evelyn said. Meanwhile in Team JNPR's room. Ren said. Ren, you should be professing your renewed love to me and reward me with hugs and pancakes right now, you know. Instead, you're giving me the you usually reserve for when I mess up making a dust grenade. What's with you, Nora asked. Nora, I feel you might have come on to Izuku a bit too strong, Ren said. A bit too strong. He's the one who fucked me till my legs gave out, Nora said. That's true. But you pushed him to the breaking point, and he snapped, Ren said. Okay, I'll admit I may have gone too far. But he wasn't any worse for wear, I swear, Nora said. But the problem is the way you put it. It worries me, Ren said. How so, Nora asked. You laid out the whole situation between the two of us pretty well. Our problems, how we came to think of a possible fix. But the description of it didn't involve him as anything but a means to an end, and the way you used sex appeal to shut him down. Don't you think he may have taken it the wrong way, Ren asked. Oh, nonsense. Izuku is smart. I'm sure he will be able to read between the lines, Nora said. Ren said. Stop that, Nora said. I'm just worried that you may have been a bit too high on your newly found sexual gratification and let the relationship part of the matter fall behind, Ren said. Oh, come on, surely he wouldn't think, Nora said. We'll see. But it's not just him I'm worried about. Considering the factor of David, Evelyn and Penny. Are you sure you were clear enough in making your proposal so that it would stand up to scrutiny when recounted by a third party, Ren asked. I'm sure it would be fine, Nora said. Nora then got a call on her scroll. Hello, who dis, Nora asked. Evelyn, how are you, Nora asked. Yes, I'm available. I'll meet you two in the garden. See you in a bit, Nora said. Nora then hung up. See. I told you everything would be fine. Evelyn's just asked to meet to talk about Izuku. I best be off, don't want to keep them waiting. Bye, Nora said. Nora then left the room. This isn't going to go well, is it, Ren said. Nora had met up with Evelyn and Penny in the Beacon Gardens, and suffice to say, things did not go the way she had hoped. I don't think I heard that correctly, Nora said. Oh, I'm sorry. I guess I got a little bit tongue-tied on account of being a bit absolutely livid. Mind repeating for me, girlfriend, Evelyn asked. Not at all. What Evelyn said was, verbatim. Stay away from Izuku, you hussy, Penny said. So I heard that right the first time. Okay, look, I think Nora said. What? That you had found yourself someone to bully into being your human dildo, Evelyn said. That's not what I wanted to do, Nora said. You wanted to make sure Izuku wasn't thinking straight, Penny said. I didn't know he would go off the rails after I kissed him. I planned to leave and let him go talk to you. Instead, he turned me into his human pocket pussy, Nora yelled. That doesn't matter at all. You're the one who did that to him. Are you too ashamed by the fact you can't make the guy you love desire you, Evelyn said. Watch your mouth, Nora said. Or what, you're going to kiss me, Evelyn asked. Evelyn, that may have been a bit too far. Izuku did ask us to be nice, Penny said. Why, am I wrong? And fuck that, Izuku is far too soft for his own good, Evelyn said. That's not fair and you know it. And Izuku can stand up for himself, you should know that, Nora said. All I know is that between close encounter of the gym kind, the assault on his tonsils and dick, Nothing you said to Izuku alluded to wanting anything out of him except sex. I don't care what kind of problem you have with Ren. It doesn't give you the right to be this pushy with him. What, did you think that just because he's a man you could lead him around by his dick? Evelyn yelled. That wasn't for it, Ainora said. Did you think at all? It's not just the two of you in the relationship. Did you think at all about how the rest of us would have taken it, you little? Evelyn yelled. Evelyn, that's enough, Penny yelled, interrupting. I think Nora got the message, Penny said. Just don't come near him again, Evelyn said. Evelyn then walked away. While I think she may have overstepped in her anger, I agree with the sentiment. Stay away from Izuku, Penny said. Penny the left. Ren. I screwed up, Nora cried. Night had now fallen, and now it was time for Deku to meet with Raven in his homeroom class. As Deku entered the classroom, he quickly noticed that the lights were off. Can I turn on the lights? Deku asked. And have someone notice there's people in here past curfew? Come on, now, don't be like that. If I wanted to ambush you, I would have just turned into a raven and dropped on you from the sky, Raven said. Don't remind me. Still, why did I have to wear my school uniform? Deku asked. Oh my gods, stop bellyaching and get down here, already, Raven said. Fine, fine, keep your feathers on, I'm coming, Deku said. Already? I haven't even done anything, Raven said. Shut up, Deku said. Nah. What I have in store for you will make you shut up, Raven said. You're not helping me feel relaxed being in a room with you in the Deku said. He stopped mid-sentence as he saw Raven in a business suit. Well, someone's changed his tune pretty quick, Raven said. Deku stared, his mouth agape. Raven laughed. What was that about being old enough to be your mother? Raven asked. What the hell is this? Deku asked. Yeah, it's more of a business suit than an actual teacher uniform, but they didn't really have anything else. Still, I'd say it does its job pretty well nonetheless, wouldn't you agree? Raven asked. Job? What job? Deku asked. Raven smirked. Meanwhile in Team RWBY's room, Young Crow yelled. Crow then burst into the room. Where's your boyfriend? Where's Izuku? Crow asked. Uncle Crow, Ruby questioned. You have a lot of nerve barging in like this considering, Young said. Shut it and tell me unless you want a new sibling, Crow yelled. A new what? Now, Young asked. Back in the classroom. I wanted to put you more at ease for the talk that is to come, but it seems like you're more nervous than when I was carrying a sword, Raven said. With a sword I know where the immediate danger is. Without it, I'm not. So of course I'm on guard, Deku said. As you should be. Anyway. Do you want to know what I want from Young or not? Raven said. Of course I do. But wouldn't that break? Deku asked. My promise involved staying away from Young until she was an adult and never telling anyone about the reason why I made that promise. Never said anything about not sharing my plans for my daughter, Raven said. Your plans? What kind of plans do you have for Young? Deku asked. Not just for Young. It's what I wanted for my children, period. And now, if you don't mind, I will start talking like a megalomaniac for a bit, Raven said. Well, this should be good, Deku said. When me and Crow left the tribe, it was because we hated living in it. We had only come into contact with the outside world briefly, and most of the times through violent means. And yet even from those brief exchanges, two things were very clear. One, that there was an entire world outside was leaving us behind. Two, that people were able to make a living out of themselves without resorting to banditry. We left and went for the Mistral. That's where we met Tai Young for the first time, Raven said. How old were you? Deku asked. 16. We formed a bond. He helped us understand Remnant and we gave him some very needed pointers when it came to fighting as he prepared himself for the entrance exam to Beacon. Eventually, we decided to join him, Raven said. And that's when you met Summer, Deku asked. Yeah, and she? Well, she was a genius. I had never lost to anyone my age before meeting her, but after ending up on the same team. She wiped the floor with me, the first time we fought, and I never, ever managed to beat her. And the best part? Summer didn't come from a family of hunters, and she went to an engineering school before Beacon. She was mostly self-taught, Raven said. Wow, Deku said. Wow indeed. At first, I hated her. I couldn't wrap my head around how she could beat someone like me, who had been raised and trained for battle since I was born. But then, I realized that she was simply the living proof of what me and Crow already knew: the world was much bigger than the tribe, and there's always someone better, Raven said. There's always a bigger fish, Deku said. There always is. Anyway, she was also the reason the world lost its luster, Raven said. How come, Deku asked. Why do you think an engineering student suddenly wanted to become a hunter, Raven asked. She lost someone, Deku said. Yes. There weren't many things Summer disliked, but what she hated were the Grim. She also hated how inefficient hunters are as a group. It didn't make sense to her that humanity as a whole should still be this vulnerable to those monsters. What she saw was a system with all the needed tools to solve a problem, but without the collective will to do so. Also, many unacceptable shadows. Covered truths, hidden pasts. She got along with everyone, but she didn't trust anyone, Raven said. Not even Deku asked. No, not even us. That was the one big weakness of Summer Rose. She preferred to work alone. Some of that stuck to me. That's why I never really liked Ozpin, while my brother adores him. Too many secrets. And with what happened afterwards. Well, there's a reason I went back to the tribe while my brother stayed, Raven said. And that would be? And how does that tie in with young Deku asked. Bottom line is, the tribe wasn't a place I wanted to live in, but I didn't like the rest of the world either. So I vowed I would create that place. And the moment I realized me and Tai had been a bit too lax with contraceptives, I decided that I'd leave that place to my children, Raven said. Is the megalomaniac part going to come anytime soon? Because so far it sounds all pretty normal for a parent. So I can only assume that the reason you had a falling out with Mr. Xiaolong is because he disagreed with what you wanted for Yang. Still, that doesn't explain why you aren't talking to Yang and are instead going through me, Deku said. First, we may have gotten off on the wrong foot, what with the whole me being called a bitch and then wanting to kill my baby daddy and ending up with me cutting her with a poisoned katana, Raven said. And me, don't you forget. And second, Deku asked. All this talking is tiring me out. Time out, Raven said. Talking tired you out? Seriously, Deku asked. I'm a woman of action, Izuku. I don't use my mouth and throat muscles that much, usually, Raven said. Bo chicka bo wow, Deku said. Saw the innuendo then, Raven said. Kind of hard not to, knowing so many perverts. How many, Raven said. Well, there's Evelyn for starters, and her pervertedness rubbed off on Penny. And then there's you, daughter, Deku said. Do you think it's wise to call Young a pervert to her mother's face, Raven said. You know it to be true. You've been watching us after all, Deku said. Fair enough. But where do you think she got that from? There's a reason I asked for you to wear your uniform and I'm wearing a suit in a classroom, Raven said. Wait, what? Deku said. Raven then got up close to Deku and pushed him back onto the desk before sitting on him. She pressed her chest right into Izuku's face and held his shoulders so he couldn't move back. It appears that you're a pervert as well. I can feel little Izuku rising. Or should I say big Izuku, Raven said. Raven then shook her hips. Oh, and by the way, my eyes are up here, Mr. Boyfriend, Raven said. Izuku tried to speak, but his voice was muffled by Raven's chest. Hey, you're so cute. Damn it, you're too cute. You're seriously making me, Raven said. There was then a loud noise that echoed through the room. What the hell is that noise? Raven asked. The doors to the classroom then flew off their hinges and crashed onto the floor. You shameless fucking whore, Young yelled. Young lady, do you have any idea how much these stockings cost me? Raven asked. No. I don't know. I don't know anything about you. All I know is that Dad made you leave, but now you won't tell me why, and next thing I know you're trying to make my boyfriend my new dad or some shit. What the hell is wrong with you? Young yelled. Raven sighed. Of course you'd think that, Crow. Come now, Raven said. Crow then entered the classroom. Did you really think I'd go that far? Raven asked. Wasn't about to take the risk, Crow said. I can feel the brotherly love in here. I was never going to go as far as giving Young a new sibling. At least not now, Raven said, saying that last part to herself. A sibling. So, you were going to fuck him? Young asked. I was just testing the waters, Raven said. Testing the waters for what? Gods damn it, Young asked. Calm your tits, Young. We've already had some passion together, this is nothing new, Raven said. What, Deku? Young and Crow yelled. Though, we aren't drunk this time, Raven said. You fucked my mom? Young asked. Of course not. Why would I? Deku said. Oh. So you don't remember? Must have been the alcohol. That's a shame. It was wonderful getting my pipes clean out. And you were such a gentleman too. Even while drunk, you had the common sense to pull out. I'd love to have another night with you. You clearly have a thing for older women. Big Izuku made it quite clear, Raven said. I am, Deku said. Anyways. Ta-ta, Raven said. Oh, no. You've still got some more explaining to do, Young yelled. Raven just turned into a bird and flew away. Izuku, please tell me she's lying, Young said. I wish I could. I don't remember anything after taking her to the VIP room, Deku said. She's not lying. Raven never lies. She really did do it with Izuku, Crow said. Kill me now, Deku said. Ah. What the hell is happening here? I want answer, for the love of fuck. What the hell happened when I was born, and how does that lead into her getting into my boyfriend's pants? And why the fucking uniform? Young yelled. Crow sighed. I can only answer that last one. But I don't think I should, Crow said. Oh, no. Start talking, Young said. Teacher-student roleplay was a favorite pastime for Raven and Tai, Crow said. Young was flabbergasted. Crow, Young said. Yes, Crow said. Leave us, Young said. Okay, Crow said. Crow then quickly left the classroom. As soon as he left, Young began destroying everything in her sight. What a night, Crow said. On the bright side. At least they interacted, Ruby said. Not the time, kiddo, Crow said. End of chapter 73.